Good morning guys, welcome back to another video. I thought I'd better do one as I haven't done one for a while, and I've finally been able to get hold of some more texture paste which I pick up from Hobbycraft, and I use this for when I'm using stencils, and it's a really thick gooey paste, and obviously it gives you dimension to your drawers. These are just two sets of three. Just a second, don't get too seasick. There's the base lot, and there's two of these, so they're just large bedsides, and I thought I'd do something a little bit different for a change. And now I can't find a spatula that isn't covered in something it shouldn't be. So, hope you're all doing okay. I'm in process of filming a couple of videos for you. Sorry, I'm just scraping all my junk off, because me being as clean and tidy as I am, you see, I never clean anything. Right, that's a bit better, isn't it? So, like I was saying, I've painted this in, it's the Valspar furniture paint, and it's really, I really do like it. I've got to admit, it's one of my favourite paints. It's a runny paint, it's not a thick chalk paint. It's just like, you know, putting on normal gloss as such, but it dries completely flat matte. So there's no sheen to it whatsoever. It covers super well. This has only taken 2 coats, and I've got lovely coverage on it, and it's got a built-in sealer as well. So after, I think this one's 27 days, you're ready to go. But obviously I'm going to use a stencil, so I will wax over the top of it anyway, and I tend to wax over the top of this just in case, because it feels to me as though, you know, there's no protectiveness there, if you know what I mean. I mean, by rights that's done, and it feels like chalk paint before you wax it, but it's really smooth, it's lovely. But I found some, I am ordering, I'm in the process of making an order for some new bits and bobs, but I did find these in the range which we have in the UK. I don't know if you have it anywhere else, actually I don't think so, and it come in a pack of 4, and I thought, do we like it, do we not? They're only cheap ones, you know, they're not brilliant quality, but I thought, let's just give them a go. If not, we can scrape it off and pick one of the other ones. So all I do is hold it down, and like I say, this is I love this stuff. They've not had it in for ages. It's always, I always find it down with the artist section, so it's like for canvases and stuff that they use when they're doing all the 3 and 4 dimension paintings. So you can have it as thick as you like. It's entirely up to you whether you put it, whether you want it really raised or not. The only thing I would say is, don't look at mine and try and be a little bit more consistent. Try and be even if you can, because you do see it afterwards. I think that's got quite an even texture on, so we'll take it off and have a look. And it just gives such a pretty effect. Now, do we think this is going to be far too girly for what I'm doing? That's the problem, isn't it, when you're doing bedsides? You know, you want to do girly things, but you're like, you know, there's a man in there probably as well, isn't there? These bloody men. So you're never quite sure. Especially if they're vocal about decoration like mine is. I keep saying to him, I'd love to have an husband that just says, whatever makes you happy, darling, you know. Go and pick whatever you like. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. Could you imagine? I do like it. I wonder if I just ought to do 2 drawers and leave a drawer or something, you know, for him to put his socks in. If you can't get hold of something like this, I've used the powdered filler in the past, where you just mix it up with water, and if you mix it up to this sort of consistency, that works really well as well, and that always looks nice once painted over. So if you can't get anything like this, or you know the budget doesn't stretch, which mine doesn't to a hell of a lot of things. Right, so what have I done here? Because I measured this out and it fit 4 perfectly. And now we're not, look, we're going to have too much room. What have I done? I even measured, I've got pencil marks, look. Here, here and here. Would it make any difference going the different way? No, it won't do, would it? Wow. So now what? I thought they were looking a bit smooth. We'll have to take it off, won't we? Now, you see, how much I cock up more than I don't. I think actually, because this starts to dry up really quite quickly. I'm getting black on it now, look. Right, I'll leave him that end, because I'll be able to, we'll be able to mess about with that, won't we? Let me find something I can. So we'll leave him. I'm going to have to leave this drawer because I'm going to have to lightly paint it again and sand it. So we'll have to move on to another drawer and try again. Now I want you all to see that I actually measured this. Now whether it's because, like I say, I went in a different direction, I wouldn't have thought that had mattered, would it? Yeah, and the last one there. So what did I do wrong? Who knows? Right, we'll start again. And we'll start from this end, shall we? So, don't do as I do. Always check twice. Lovely. we're going to fit like this time. So you tell me what I did differently. Unreal. But never mind, it's done. Just another way for you to see that I do cock up. And as crafters probably make just as many mistakes. Even when we're supposed to know what we're doing. And this is the fact that you get when you don't clean your tools properly. You don't get a nice finish. I really have got to stop being lazy. But anyway. That's that one. Hopefully it won't be too girly. I'll pop it in and we'll have a just see as we go. We've now got Eleanor snoring. She's not impressed again. Going across. So that's that one. We know what the problem's going to be. We're doing this, don't we? And I don't like to measure anything. Is they going to look off? Right, so that bottom third one, that's going to have to go in the other drawer. Oh, this is getting far more bloody complicated than what I thought it were going to be. Where are we? Right. So I didn't measure that one, did I? I just like kind of put it on and did it. So we have to do two not measured. One set drawer not measured and the other one measured. Or, like I say, I could leave one in between plain and then you won't notice, would you? What do we think to that one? I'll have a look in a second. We'll see whether that'd work or not. And of course always have a wet cloth with you because you always get it all over you. And it might seem like you're using a lot, but you're not, because obviously you scrape most of this back off again. Now what can the difference be from you marking it to not marking it, to it fitting and not fitting? I mean, you tell me. Right then, so let's just try it a second where let's just turn you around so you can actually see what I'm doing. Without tipping you over, that is. Sorry about that. Excuse my attire again. I wasn't expecting for you to see any of it. So, do we think that'd look better? Nope, sorry, seasickness. Do we think that'll look better? Because you've like got that plain bit at the bottom as well, haven't you? What do we think? Or should I just do all three? Right, we've got that. So take a note of that one, and I'll swap that middle drawer and we'll put this third one back in. Just a second. Oh, and they've got these stupid things that you have to, so that you can't pull your drawers out. Or, right, so, sorry, seasickness again. So, do we think the 3 or leaving it a gap? because that looks like it needs something on the bottom if I do all four, doesn't it? I mean, I know I'll be painting over it, so you won't really, it won't stand out half as much as that. What do we think? I think if I have the three, am I going to have to put it on the bottom lip as well? Or do we think it looked a little bit better with the middle drawer being plain? You're not helping me very much, are you? Right, I'll pause you a second and I'll go and ask the rest of the crew what they think. See you in a minute. Well, they were no bleeding help either, so I think I'm going to do it. I think it's because they can't say that it'll all be one colour. You know, with it looking white at present, well, that's just for the raisedness. It's all going to be, because it'd never sell if I tried to do something like that. So they're going, well, you're going to have to paint it and see. I'm like, I can't, it's wet. So I think I'm going to do it as two, because I can always add two where it's a pain in the arse to try and get it smooth again, isn't it? So we're taking it that's going to be it, painted over. Alright, so I'm going to see if that other one that I've just cocked up's dry enough to lightly sand. I shall do that and then I'll come back when it's all dry. Alright, see you later. Right then, welcome back guys. It's the following day, so it's all nice and dry. So we're going to, oh god, we've got gale force winds again here today. So I'm going to give it just a coat of paint over, and then it'll be, oh dear, what's happened to my brush? Oh, let me get a different brush. Now look, this is me as ready as always. Right, try again. So I only wanted the patterning just for a bit of dimension as such. I didn't want it to stand out as such. Did I say yesterday I asked the tribe inside what they thought, and they were about as good as help as what I am. So I've decided on the 2 with, 1 without. I thought that'd look not quite so in your face as such. So I'll just pop that one in. I'll just show you the difference between it. Oh, sorry. Got wires everywhere. So, if you can see, it's just got a slight texture on, which I'm much happier with. You can't really see now, I've only just painted it, can you? Can you see in that angle? To the bottom one, so I'm much happier with that. I think it's just a little bit of detail, and it's just what us Brits can take. I'm going to get someone shout at me one day, aren't I? But never mind. Right, I'll just get the other drawer. Right, now I'll put you back. Can you still see? Yeah. So I think I'm quite happy with that. Just having the, and of course once it's dry it will show up a little bit more as well. And I've been making a few of those handles that I've shown you all, where you take just a plain, hang on, there is one, you know, where you just take a plain old wooden knob and then you pop a prima mould on. So I've been selling a couple of those as well on Facebook, so that all adds to the little fund, so I'm quite pleased with that. But I think I shall pop them in the Etsy shop as well. Hopefully might sell a little bit more. So I'll put that one in. Well, I don't know where these dog ears have come from, Eleanor. I think we've been jumping over them throughout the night. Right, this is the one that I messed up. So I gave it just a light sand just to take it down, and then redid it. And when it's painted, you'll never know. So like I say, you don't have to worry if you cock up. Yeah, everyone does it. Me more than most. And that's with pretending to kind of know what I'm up to as well, so you can only do better than what I've done. I'll look at it that way. Right, I'll just get the other one. Put that one in as well. And I'll show you them both. So that's both of them. Obviously the middle drawers look a little bit different because they've not had another coat. They've had 3, they don't need any more. So they'll dry the same. And then when it dries, it'll just give it that slight texture. So it's taken plain drawers to look just a little bit different, that's all. Alright. So when they dry, we'll put the handles on. So I'll see you shortly. Bye guys. Right then, welcome back again. It's all dry now, so I'm quite pleased with all that. So I'm just going to pop in the drawer knobs, and I'm using ones that I've made again. I thought they'd be too much before I painted them, but I think they're okay now. I thought I was going to have to use something different, but I think they're going to be alright. Yeah, alright, here's me not ready again, so all you're looking at is my bum.
Do you want to do that then?
So it's 23 after 20 years. So, if I can find a pencil now as well. not big enough. They're not big enough. Sure, just add some. Alright, so that's all three done. What do we think? If you look from the side you can just see the detail, but it's not in your face, is it? So I'm quite happy with that. Alright guys, if you like what you see, please like, subscribe and comment in the box below, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, take care guys, bye.